We have loved our time at Valleydale. Cut. I knew I'd cry before this was over with. We're Ross and Brenda Robinson, and we've been at Valleydale a little over 17 years. First time I went to Moldova, I think, was 1993, and the church where I was serving at the time, the pastor contacted the International Mission Board. They told them that we'd like to go to an Eastern European country, but we didn't want to go someplace where there were a lot of people already. They said, "We got the place for you. It's a country called Moldova." And my response is the same as everybody who hears of the country Moldova. Where is that? I fell in love with Moldova the very first time that I went, and so I've been there nearly 30 times on short-term mission trips. All of my family's been there. Brenda has been
probably 6 times.
6 times with me. So it's been a very important part of our life for over 30 years. They were just so kind to us and so receptive to the gospel. But as I looked around, the need was just so great. I've been drawn back there because there's still probably 850 villages that do not have an evangelical church. And it's just hard for me to imagine to live someplace where there's not a Bible-believing, gospel-proclaiming church that I could be a part of. I guess it's probably been at least 5 years ago that Brenda and I started talking about giving our first year of retirement to serve the Lord with one of our mission partners. And Moldova was the most natural one for us to consider. And as we prayed about that, really sensed God's direction that that's what we should do. There are obviously challenges that go with that, but if we waited for there not to be any obstacles, we would never go to Moldova. We're just trusting the Lord that this is the time, and while He's using us, He's also going to protect our family and provide for their needs. Some people just nod their head like, well, you're a pastor, that's what pastors do, or those kinds of things. But the call to go is for every Christian. So I would encourage anybody at any stage of your life to be seeking what God wants you to do. I became a Christian when I was 19 years old, and before that, I basically saw God as a cosmic killjoy that if you submitted to Him completely, He'd make your life miserable. And I found that that's exactly the opposite of what happens to you when you become a believer. If you'd told me when I was 19 years old that I would spend the first year of my retirement in Moldova, I would have laughed at you and said, why would I do that? And now I feel compelled to do that. And it's not, I'm not going there. We're not going there reluctantly. We're going there because this is what God has called us to do. We love the people of Moldova, and we get to use our gifts and our abilities to strengthen the congregations there and to share the gospel. And I really can't think of anything else that I'd rather do in retirement than to be used by God in helping the church grow and mature in Moldova.
I think the Christian life is supposed to be a great adventure, and we're grateful that we get to do this, and that's how we're seeing it, a great adventure.